Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. It is a very beautiful Monday morning here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Wherever you are around the globe, I am back. It is a brand new week and we need to start afresh. Yes, we need to start afresh. It doesn't matter what took place last night. That game last night was as if we lost the 3 points. Yes, 1 point we had, but then it looks as if it's a game we lost. That is a feeling of many Chelsea fans. In fact, even the players themselves, the coach himself as well, the entire Chelsea fraternity, entire Chelsea family right now, our spirit is down. Many things are happening, many things are being said. So many opinions. Some don't want to blame the coach entirely. Some are blaming the players. Some don't want to blame the players entirely. Some are pointing fingers at the owners. Some are pointing fingers at the directors. Dear friend, where are you pointing your finger? Where is Chelsea's problem? What at all is wrong with the football club Chelsea right now? What is our problem? Over the night, I tried to analyze the whole thing. I can't even sleep. I couldn't have a good sleep, to be honest, because we look forward to the next game. We think the next game will be better. Then we'll now take a step back. Look at how we struggled to beat Manchester United, but finally we got a win at the last minute. After the 100th minute, we got the win against Manchester United. One would have thought that we're going to build on that. Meeting Sheffield United, the team at the bottom of the league table, will take advantage and build momentum with the team. Just for us to start the game in a manner. And by the way, even if we got a goal in the first half, what is wrong with Chelsea coming back from second half and messing up what they have started in the first half? The first half wasn't that great. Yes, let's admit, first half wasn't that great, even though we scored, we had a goal. But then, it wasn't a great performance in that first half. Against Sheffield United, we struggled to shoot. That first half, it wasn't great, but at least we had a goal. So what is it that we come back from the break after halftime, and anytime we come back from the break after halftime, we always collapse? What is the discussion that takes place during the break? What is the discussion that takes place during the break? I would like to know. I'm interested in knowing what is the kind of talks that takes place in the dressing room during the break, halftime. Because it looks like each time we go to the halftime and we come back, we mess up everything. Pochettino, but their surely decisive partnership is not working. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, I admire some of the suggestions people are making for the next manager. I truly admire some of the suggestions people are making for the next manager. But a word of warning, life after Poch could be even more tragic. If this ownership track record is anything to go by, life after Pochettino could even be more tragic if this ownership track record is anything to go by. Sack Tuchel had Graham Potter. From Graham Potter to Lampard. From Lampard down to Pochettino. The same owners. Poch was chosen out of the final three. Out of the final three, that the coaches that were lined up to take up the Chelsea job from Frank Lampard, 3 coaches were settled on. And out of that final 3, Poch was chosen. One was Vincent Kompany. And then Ange Postecoglou, who is currently now with Tottenham and doing massively well with Tottenham. This was after an exhaustive process in which Nagelsmann and Enrique came to loggerheads with our project. Nagelsmann and Enrique now with PSG, they came to loggerheads with our project. The project doesn't sound well to them. The project doesn't sound good to them. And so they rejected the offer. Then Pochettino, as magician as he thinks he is, think he could work with kids. think that he could work with kids in this Premier League at this age? Dear friend, personally, part of the problem starts from the top. This ownership, if there's any way we can get rid of them, that should be the starting point. That should be the starting point for Chelsea Football Club. If there's any way, they are the owners. They have a 10-year contract with the government of UK or the British government, 10-year contract. If there's any way that contract could be terminated, the earlier the better. If there's any way they themselves, if they can just sit back and realize that they are not getting it right, they need to go. That would be better also. After all, they are billionaires. They might not get their profits, but they can get their investment back. Every cent they invest, they can get it back. A new ownership desirous of building a club to achieve success on the pitch of play and success financially. That is what we are looking for. What is a project that 9 months we are still struggling with a bottom of the table team? Pochettino, he said few things. Let me bring some to you before I let you go. This is your breakfast, dear friend. He said at 52, you identify really quickly whether the team is ready to compete or not. Maybe this group is not mature enough to compete in games every 3 days. Hey, it's a new team and we are still learning about their profiles. 9 months, you are still learning about their profiles. 9 good months. The process always takes time. Really? At 52, you identify really quickly. But for 9 months, you could not identify the problem, the defensive challenges. At 52, like we said, you identify quickly. But you are not able to identify the challenges with our defense. At 52, in 9 months, who are you advising? Or who are you telling at 52 to identify the problems quickly? So why didn't you identify the challenges you have at the defense? For 9 months. 9 good months, the same errors every day. The same errors, day in, day out. Game in, game out. Listen, when you dig deep into Chelsea's problems, dear friend, you realize that both the manager and the players are the primarily not Chelsea's problem. When you dig deep into Chelsea's problems, you realize that both the manager and the players are not primarily Chelsea's problem. They are not the only problem Chelsea have. That is the way I try to put it. They are not the only challenges Chelsea have. That is why I stopped saying get Poch out, get Poch out. Because no matter the coach you try to bring in right now, under these same circumstances, under this same ownership, the team will still struggle. Yeah. Everything started to turn upside down since Todd Boehly took over. Everything about this Chelsea club started to turn upside down since Todd Boehly and the BlueCo took over. Chelsea handed a team that had conquered Europe. Chelsea handed a team that had conquered Europe and the world. The team that won UEFA Champions League, European Super Cup, and Club World Cup. That is a team that was handed over to Todd Boehly. A squad, a team, a club that just won UEFA Champions League, European Super Cup, and the Club World Cup. That is a team that Todd Boehly and co. they bought. It's not maybe a year after or 2 years after or 3 years after. No. They were currently in the top 4. Chelsea was in the top 4 when Todd Boehly took over. Do you remember? Chelsea was in the top 4 when Todd Boehly took over. And they were also playing in the Champions League. We were in the Champions League. We were in the top 4 and we were in the Champions League when Todd Boehly took over. The owners rushed through too many processes. They rushed through too many processes. They changed so many things in the space of few days, weeks, and months. They are primarily responsible for today's horrendous state of Chelsea, my dear friend. They are. Let us not just put all the blame on Pochettino and the players. The app. The problems emanate from the app. Dear friend, I don't know what else to say to you as your breakfast, but I think I should be back. I should be back with more exclusives. Even though the coach continued to make some mistakes. For instance, Madueke and Palmer starting together in last night's game. For me, it's not the best. It's not the best tactics. Madueke and Kopama starting together. The same player that's supposed to play at the right flank. Who will play left wing between the two? It is true the coach has his own problems. But I'm saying that all the blames should not be on Pochettino. Right now, he says that he's trying to find solution on how to be more solid and add. It's not easy to be solid. He said he's trying to find a solution on how to be more solid in defense, and also adds that it's not easy. Pochettino, 9 months, we are conceding too many goals week in, week out. At the training ground, what did you guys do? What do you guys do at the training ground? Now, he continued. He said, it takes 3 to 5 years to build a team. Really? I've never heard this before from any coach. Even Guardiola didn't take 5 years. I believe Guardiola in second year, he was competing. He was in the top 4. In the second year, he was in the top 4. In fact, he never dropped from the top 4 level. You could make reference to Klopp. I think even Klopp never missed out on European football. For the 3 years that he was trophyless, 3 years that Klopp was trophyless, he never missed out on European football. Listen to me, dear friend. You see, when he's trying to justify issues, for instance, using the words like Cole Palmer, he said today was an opportunity to see Cole Palmer in a different position too. That is where you messed up everything. This is where you messed up everything. Trying to use an opportunity for us rather to climb the league table, that was when you decided as a coach to try something new, which you never tested, to try something different. Then that is why we are where we are. We are where we are partly because of you. You are to take part of the blame. Listen, dear friend, in the last 3 games, we've drawn twice to relegation candidates. In the last 3 games, we've drawn twice to relegation candidates. One with 10 men and the manager sent off Burnley. Bottled a 2-goal lead to concede 3 times and got bailed out by individual brilliance against Manchester United. Other clubs contacted managers whilst we sit back. Other clubs, they've already contacted managers. Whilst Chelsea, we are sitting back and hoping things turn around aimlessly. It's never going to happen. It can't happen that way. A manager elevates a club or a squad. A manager elevates a squad. Yes, a good manager elevates a squad. It doesn't matter the level the squad is. You remember Leicester in, is it 2018 or so? Leicester City with Scolari when they won the league. You see that squad? Who would have expected that squad to win the Premier League that season? A manager elevates a squad. Pochettino at Spurs is one. Look at their style of play. Emery at Aston Villa. Yes, I'm giving you examples. Various other examples in other leagues. So if Poch is not able to elevate Chelsea, rather we are sinking. What do you want to say? What else? Every time it's a project, it's a new team and they are still learning. 9 months, it's a new team and they are still learning. It's not magic and it takes time. He asks, we are not in a good position at the start. And he and Chelsea are working hard to fix it. The earlier the better. Dear friend, have a great morning. I'll see you in the next one when you see me. I'm a Chelsea fan. I love Chelsea. I love my club. I'm passionate about my club. And that is why I'm speaking to you this morning regarding the happenings in the club. It's very painful that a bottom table, league table team is who Chelsea is struggling to beat. We bottled it up again last night. We are where we are. And remember, like I said, all is not the coach. We can change the coach today, another coach will come in. Nothing changes in the squad, because if those same owners are still there, it's a high time the campaign of get Todd Boehly and Co out starts. I'll see when you see me in the next one, dear friend. Shalom and peace.